everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. That's the call to action, as they have all year. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And they'll run it here. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go now. Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
They'll set up to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. On play action, now Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Now let's go. Green, Detroit, 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 Detroit.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So the Broncos coming out now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down following the run.
Black 58, rail! Black 58, rail! Here we go, Black 58!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Black 58, rail! Here we go, Black 58, rail!
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Leopard. Leopard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! Boom! Landed! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Ace, ace.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
And the lead is now 24. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down following the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Chargers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Looking to throw. He'll rifle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. Fresno.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. And the big tight end shifting around. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They run the counter now on first down. And look out, I think he's going to go. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go. Green, 90. Z. Here we go now. Green, 39. Ace. Here we go now. Z. Black, 58, right. Left. Close. Z. Here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And to give this time to the tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
As they run the counter play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And McManus able to put it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll wind up being a loss loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Here we go. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. They're going to the Super